All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Smart Tank Revolution, where we always kick out at 2. I am your host, Benevolent Intelligent, the excellence of elocution, Mr. Donnie Wonderful, here with a special guest. You go ahead and you introduce yourself, sir.
What up, y'all? It is Chris Ramirez. Obviously, that's my ring name, but Chris, as what I go by as my real name. What's going on, man?
Chris Ramirez, or as I like to refer to him as the Oracle Chris, the man that watches and knows all of wrestling, going back to Killer Kowalski in the 50s and 60s. No, not that.
We ain't going that back, Goose. We ain't going back that Goose.
We ain't going that far back, but my man knows his wrestling, and obviously, he gave you his ring name. By the way, what was the name of your finish?
Well, damn.
Oh, that was a Final Jeopardy question on the first go.
Yeah, man, you got me on that one. Honestly, I at first when I started, I didn't have a finisher, but obviously I loved how Brock Lesnar worked in the ring, so I took his F5.
Oh, what'd you call it?
Just F5.
Oh, it's just the F5. Hey, so listen.
But now I'm paying homage to obviously the late great MAGA, the Samoan Spike.
So Samoan Spike?
Yes.
Which Puerto Rican is it? The PR Spike?
Probably. You giving it a good name, bro.
I'll call it. We should just for the sake, we should just call it the Coño. El Coño. El Coño. Kids, don't repeat that. Don't repeat that. Well, anyway, it's nice to have you in the office here. Like I said, we're going to. We said during our last recording that we're gonna do more chatter and banter about wrestling. I had a great time the last time. I'm pretty sure you did. But there's nothing like the face-to-face interaction where you get to read a person, you get to look at their expressions. So I'm gonna ask you. We're gonna talk about. This isn't necessarily an interview. We're just chat wrestling. But one of the last things that you said that caught my interest, that I wish you were in front of me, was when we talked about Brett and Sean. I got to get to the bottom of this.
Here we go.
I got to get to the bottom of this. I want you're an HBK
you just
guy.
To bring it up though.
All the time. Everybody knows this. Listen, Bret Hart's the greatest wrestler that ever laced a pair of boots. I told that to the man's face, and he humbly accepted it.
But I gave you my honest opinion though.
You did.
I said Bret has to be the greatest to ever step in the ring.
You did.
From the Hart family.
Yeah. Oh man. Yes. Because I'm a huge fan of Owen Hart, and I think Owen Hart's talents really get underestimated because of he didn't take it as serious as Bret did, and that I believe Sean Waltman said that. So X-Pac said that, but yeah, man. But my question really, because I know you're an HBK guy.
Here we go.
All right. I just wanted to know.
What are we talking about?
No. I like.
I didn't say I'm an HBK fan. I'm just saying.
It's all right.
You're bringing them up, but I gave you my sincere opinion. What's going on, Oos?
Listen, no, it's all right. For the record, I don't have the same hatred for HBK as I did during the Montreal Screwjob and during those days. I like Shawn Michaels. All right, I always thought he was cool. I thought he had some of the best ring attire with the color coordination and all of that. Yeah. The man that. I don't understand what appealed to people. Sean always has been very entertaining. Yeah, you know what I mean. But how somebody described this? How is Sean better than Bret? Make it make sense for the people that take that stance.
I mean, in all seriousness, I'm just being straightforward. You know what I mean? Watching the. Watching the matches of Sean challenged himself every single day in the ring, coming to work on time.
You sure he came to work on time?
He came to work on time. We're not going to talk about the corporate Shawn Michaels role with when Mr. McMahon was still running things for that company. But
Vinnie Mac.
At one part of saying it, Sean doubled down on himself, even though they quote unquote said he lost his smile.
He said he lost his smile. As a matter of fact, that happened. Funny story about that. That happened here in Lowell, Massachusetts, at the Lowell Memorial Auditorium.
Yep.
And every time I step into that building, because we do for the Golden Glove Championships, I always smile and say, "This is exactly where HBK lost his." But because I said that, it was probably the reasons why none of my fighters ever won in that damn building. So I call that the curse of the HBK. Right.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Obviously, well, going back to the Brett and Sean discussion, Sean has won more. I wouldn't say more world titles than Brett, because I think Brett won the Intercontinental. Then he won twice, and then he won the WWE championship
5 times.
5 times. He was never a tag team champion though.
He was twice.
Was he?
He was twice.
Okay, probably forgot that. That was over my head. My bad.
All right.
I mean,
how many did HBK win?
Probably like 1, 2 world titles, I believe, or 3 maybe.
So it's fair to say that the world title
genre of topic who won more championships. We're looking at Bret Hart.
No, thank you. That's all. That's all I wanted.
But I'm saying this, like, Sean is not a bad performer, man.
He's not.
He went toe and toe with the best striker in all of the WWE, and we're talking about The Undertaker. Okay, The Undertaker.
Oh, okay, I'll give you that. So, all right, so
remember this, though. So when I was watching Raw and Bret came back to wrestle that one night and saw Taker, and I think this was in Madison Square Garden, where Bret came out and Undertaker was out and he was handling business in the ring, and Bret was like, wow, on live television. And Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler at the time, when Jerry Lawler was still with the company before he left because of health reasons.
Yeah.
Michael Cole's like, Bret can't be beside himself seeing Taker just throw so many jabs and handling business, taking out and clearing out the ring. So, put it to this way, obviously you have Sean and Taker in the middle of the ring, and they're throwing on the show. It just shows that Sean builds up challenges, because he went against John Cena, one of the greatest of all time. 16-time world champion. We don't know if he's going to get one more before he retires.
Is that what you want to see?
I honestly, to break Ric Flair, yeah. To put in the new generation of, as we call it nowadays, professional wrestling, but what people now call it is for the little ones out there, entertainment. Sports entertainment. All right. But I see Cena winning one more, and I think it's going to be here at the Garden when they finally decide to do a farewell final match.
Against who?
Whoever's world champion. You never know.
So you can see Cena beating Cody?
I can see Cena beating Cody and becoming WWE champion.
In Boston?
In Boston for the very last time. Because, mind you, he did win the World Heavyweight Championship here in the TD Garden against Chris Jericho for the World Heavyweight Championship.
But that was at a pay-per-view.
That was at a pay-per-view.
What pay-per-view is going to be here in Boston where you can do that?
We don't know. That's that's to be announced.
To be announced.
So we don't know. It's in the air with WWE because obviously John Cena's a Mass boy, always will be a Mass boy, and every time when you hear West Newbury, Massachusetts, everyone goes ballistic because it's natives owned. You know what I mean? So.
By the way, West Newbury, Massachusetts is farmland.
Yep.
And shout out to John Cena Sr., who's a good friend of mine. Not Johnny. Well, oh God, I can't think of his name right now. You know what his manager name is?
No.
Sorry, Mr. Cena. Sorry, Mr. Cena. I haven't had my Folgers this morning. But okay, so John Cena, you want to see John Cena go out toppling Ric Flair's record.
Yeah.
Because I think Charlotte Flair has 16 too, right?
Just, I believe 14 or 15 right now.
14 or 15. Would you not want to see Charlotte break her dad's record?
No.
Why is that?
And I'm going to put it this way, and this is respectful.
What did Charlotte do?
You know what? Charlotte is on and off with the company, and it's like, it's like this person who just wants to stay away from drugs, but then comes back and wants to do more, and then be addicted, and then get hurt, and then be in rehabilitation all over again. It's a headache. The Royal Rumble win, she didn't deserve that win, and I'll be honest with you with that. She didn't deserve that. Ooh. The only reason why I'm saying she didn't deserve it is because there's plenty other women in that locker room that have busted their tails up and down that road to get an opportunity to be in the Royal Rumble and trying to win a Royal Rumble spot to put it as an accolade.
How many women can you name deserve that Royal Rumble win over Charlotte?
I would say right now, as putting it straightforward, we have Asuka already won.
Yeah.
Bailey already won one.
Okay, yeah. Okay. She won last year, as a matter of fact.
She won last year. She tried to do back to back. That didn't happen. Bianca Belair, Naomi. I don't even think Naomi has even won a Royal Rumble.
She's never won a Royal Rumble.
She's never won a Royal Rumble.
So
she's always been faithful for her company. She had never had problem. Obviously, shout out to Jonathan Fatu, aka Big Jim, aka Jimmy Uso. Then you got the girl that I want to come back, which she should have had came back this year at this year's Royal Rumble, never did, because she's out with injury, supposedly, because she's been taking Instagram photos. Jade Cargill. I want her to win a Royal Rumble. The only reason why I want her to win a Royal Rumble, because she has that star factor. It's not because about the star factor, but I know for the fact that even WWE tried working out with her on selling, like technically taking hits to the face, kicks to the body, learning how to stay down. Because, mind you, in AEW, she never did that. She always got back up, acting pure dominant. And that Nyla Rose versus Jade Cargill match for the TBS Championship.
No sell?
I'm going to be honest, both of them bitches didn't sell. Both of them. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, what type of fucking show is this? I'm out here just looking at the fucking TV, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, you're taking a bump, you're not staying down, let the crowd feed into the match, and y'all just going back and forth, just getting up, throwing blows, and then reversing every single moment. You can't mean to tell me that if I hit you on the jaw, and you just come back, and you just fall down, get right back, and hit me right back after hitting the ropes and try to do a splash on you. Come on, man. That's a load of bullshit, bro.
You have to make it make sense. Like listen, I agree with you. This is one of the reasons why I love the experience in the drive-thru. Is hearing Jim Cornette point out every last one of these issues with no selling.
And shout out to him, man, because he talking about a lot, but sometimes Jim be going way over on the deep end with that, man. He be getting a lot of haters about the shit he be saying.
But it's for our entertainment. But okay, hold on. So you said Jade Cargill. You think had she would have come back at the Royal Rumble, she would have deserved it more than Charlotte?
Hell yeah. What did Charlotte do the whole year, man?
Well, first of all, we were there at the tribute for the troops. Shout out to Billy, my esteemed colleague Joey Business. We were there in December 2023, the night she hurt her knee. When Charlotte hurt her knee, and I remember watching her being carted off, saying, "Oh, this is serious." So obviously, there were all of 2024 was rehab, and unfortunately, I know her and Andrade are divorcing.
Or it's already made final.
Oh, it's already made final.
Yep.
Okay, so but fair to say that it's already been a busy 2024 for Charlotte outside of the ring. Now, when she returns for the Royal Rumble, I didn't see her winning it, but when she did, I said, Oh, good. We can run that back with Rhea. Have the rubber match that we all deserve.
If it came to the point where I see Rhea winning another another Royal Rumble, that's also a possibility. But she's world champion, so we ain't gonna go there. But the one thing that I would say, I honestly, they should have just kept Charlotte as like a mid card for this year to build up a storyline. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't need for her to be going to WrestleMania after Tiffany Stratton just won the women's championship from Nia Jax, because she had that briefcase and we all knew, mind you, who does Tiffany Stratton remind you of?
Tiffany Stratton reminds me of Tiffany Stratton.
No, Mandy Rose, but without the whole body of.
I see what you're going at here. No. I mean, physically.
You gotta understand, like
physically.
Me being in Orlando and going to those NXT tapings and all that stuff, and seeing Tiffany Stratton come out, and she's wearing all this like glamour, wearing gold and all this stuff. Like it reminds me of Mandy Rose, because Mandy Rose came out. Guess what? Toxic Attraction. Guess what? She was the main bitch in that building to hold that NXT championship, the women's championship, for long consecutive time until she got busted. Known for the fact she was doing erotic photos with who? Tino Sabatelli, that used to work for the company.
She was doing it on OnlyFans, right?
She had a different separate page. Like she created her own webpage for her own exclusive content and all that stuff. So that WWE told her straight up, you gotta take that shit down, man. If not, then, and she's like, nah, I ain't gonna take it down. This is my earnings.
She was getting paid, yeah.
So people paid to watch it, and guess what Sean did? Sean's like, well, you ain't gonna take it down. We're stripping you at the time, giving it to Roxanne Perez.
Oh, HBK did that?
Yep.
HBK, you hypocrite! Did you not pose for Playgirl magazine? That's a magazine.
But I mean, they were partnered with. They were back
then. There was some revenue sharing going on there.
Sharing. That's the reason why Shawn Michaels had that magazine cover of him with the Wendigo right next to his Johnson.
That I've never seen ever in my life, by the way. I only heard it because Brett said.
Homie just standing there, laying on a couch.
Hey, we don't have to describe this nonsense. Man, I find it hypocritical.
Man was butt naked with that title around that Johnson, man.
Now, I would have looked at Mandy Rose, but I'm just saying. I
mean, she did take a photo with two of the championships that she won from Miko Satomura when she came in as the UK champion, because they merged NXT UK with NXT, and she won both championships, and she did take a photo of her with no bra on and
with the belt, yeah.
That was all over Instagram, and she's like, "Oh, living both worlds as double champ." So,
but still, going back to your original point, I still can't think of anybody that had deserved to had won that Royal Rumble over Charlotte.
I could say Io Sky. Io Sky put in the work, man.
But we've been there and done that.
What do you mean? Io Sky never won a Royal Rumble?
No. But she's main evented WrestleMania.
Yeah, but that's main eventing. We're talking about winning something that anyone can be offered to win a Royal Rumble. Because mind you, when you put in the work, what's gonna happen? You're gonna get rewarded.
I agree with you there.
And when you get your golden ticket from the Royal Rumble, that punches your way easiest to WrestleMania without going through the Elimination Chamber. Mind you, which is this Saturday coming up, Oos. So you already know what's going on. Cena's going to be in the Elimination Chamber. You got CM Punk in the Elimination Chamber. You got Seth Rollins being in the Elimination Chamber. Then you got Drew McIntyre also being in the Elimination Chamber. Right there. All four of them Johns. All put in that work.
We'll get to the men's elimination chamber in a second. We'll break down the women's elimination chamber. Yeah, that's right. Go ahead. Yep. Yeah, and the people, we can't see his face yet, but wait till we start getting on camera so you can. It's literally like this is the second final Jeopardy question I've asked you today.
Oh, I got to do my research.
Yeah. Exactly. See.
Let me go to my magnificent smartphone.
There you go. You'll consult the Google machine.
Shout out to Samsung, dog.
Definitely. Shout out to Samsung. And while you're consulting the Google machine, my challenge for you is this: after you look at this, to see the contestants in the Elimination Chamber, I want to ask which one of them presents more intrigue at the main event at WrestleMania for the women's title than Charlotte Flair.
I know.
Let's see. Who?
So actually, I lied. So we have CM Punk, Cena, McIntyre. Also, we got Logan Paul.
My boy. But that's the yeah. You know what? I'm for the record. I'm fully jumping on the Paul bandwagon. First of all, Logan Paul has never had a bad match in my eyes, and this is only like his 15th. He's never had a bad. I've never seen Logan Paul never have a bad match.
Never had a bad match.
I've never seen Logan Paul have a bad
Ray
match.
And Dominic Mysterio back at WrestleMania 25.
Absolutely love 25. That. No. You talking about 30, 29,
I think. Or 20,
30 something.
30 something, yeah. Was it 35?
It wasn't 35.
It was somewhere around there, bro.
It wasn't 35.
But yeah, they did have Miz was trying to construct a whole thing with Logan Paul. I would prefer, mind you, having Bad Bunny, who's worked in extreme matches with Damian Priest, knows how to do a Bunny Destroyer, aka Canadian Destroyer. We're gonna put that out there. You know what I'm saying? But not because he's my fellow Latin and Puerto Rican artist genre, Latin Grammy Award winning.
I smell the bias coming from. I smell it already.
But if you put Logan Paul versus Bad Bunny in a celebrity matchup in WWE, who you got?
Disqualification. Because here's what I'm going with. So one of the reasons why I think Logan Paul has been so impeccable, in my opinion, is because and I think he said it on his Impulsive podcast. Mm-hmm. He has the vets that literally tell him where he needs to be.
Right.
Logan Paul versus Bad Bunny. Who the hell is drawing that match out?
You never know. You got an influencer.
Who in the holy hell is? Who is agenting that match?
Let me tell you this for one time. The first was it the first or the second person? So I know Snooki competed in a WWE match on live TV on Monday Night Raw. Stephen Amell also had a match against Cody.
Didn't Kevin Federline have a match K-Fed years ago?
Against
Shaq powerbombed the hell out of Cody Rhodes. As a matter of fact, they need to run that back.
Through the table. I remember that when he was twitching like this. I saw his hand just twitching. I was like, "Man, that man needs some milk." What's it called? But I see how it's going. And I'm gonna put this on game though. Put this as when Bad Bunny came into WWE way before Logan Paul. How much reputation did Bad Bunny get while working and never been into a WWE, but wanted to compete in a match while he showed up during the pandemic? Let's put it this way, right? Then went to our island of Puerto Rico. Shout out to my Latin people out there. You know what I'm saying? And all my Puerto Ricans and my Boricuas. And then how much the reception that Bad Bunny got, even not because he's from the island, but everyone saw him work out there as two Puerto Ricans went at it in an Extreme Rules match with a San Juan street fight. Mind you, how long was it that WWE had to take to get back to the island of Puerto Rico, and how long? Because remember, it all happened in New Year's resolution. Way back when, that was the last time WWE was on that island. It was a whole lot of mix-up.
First of all, the pop that Zelina Vegas got in Puerto Rico was valid.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna keep it 100. I got a little emotional with that little whole scenery, dog. When she came out with the flag, That right there, man, it got me in my feels, and I'm going like this, and I got goosebumps, like the final boss. Just, you know.
That says everything to me. You're in Puerto Rico. They haven't been in Puerto Rico for a long time. You got main eventers and performers that are from Puerto Rico. Of course, they're getting a pop. Of course. Now what I want to say is this. Okay, let's compare before. And by the way, you're not off the hook about this women's elimination chamber. We're gonna get back to that in a second. But let's just compare. Let's just compare similarities.
Okay.
Who had a better Royal Rumble appearance? Bad Bunny or Jake Paul? Shout out to Jake Paul, by the way. I'm on that bandwagon too. But Bad Bunny or Logan Paul?
I would say Logan Paul.
Okay, hold on. Let's just stop it. Hold on. One second. Okay. Okay. Who has had better main event matches? And this probably isn't fair because one has had more than the other. But Bad Bunny or Logan Paul? Just name, please.
We're gonna say Logan Paul.
I'm just saying.
But I'm gonna put it this way though.
Okay.
We obviously know that the Paul brothers are from Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay. Yes, they are. Cleveland rocks.
Right. And guess what happened? How was the reception being out in Cleveland?
First of all, you got to understand.
No, I want you to answer that. Because that reception that he got when he came out on this year's the past year's SummerSlam, he came out and nobody cheered for him, man. That's how bad they cheer for the Miz more than they cheer for Logan Paul.
I mean, the Miz is also from Cleveland.
Yeah, but Miz has been in the WWE for decades.
You know, they be piping in that crowd sound. Right? I just want to put you in. I
don't think so, bro.
But also that just goes to show the psychology of a great heel, where you can go into your hometown and get booed, baby. That's what I'm saying. Logan Paul is the truth.
I've never seen, and I'll put it this way, and when I keep it 100, I've never seen a man that's from a hometown that also got booed, like you said, and also still has the greatest matchups when it comes to him versus an LA Knight for the U.S. Championship.
Yeah.
All right. So, which he is appearing tonight. He's in Cincinnati for Monday Night Raw, by the way. So that puts a little teaser right there for everyone. Bound to listen to this later on though. But we gonna hop back into the Elimination Chamber.
Yes. Women's Elimination Chamber.
So we got
he tried to dodge that bullet, folks.
We got Liv Morgan. We got the wonderful Alexa Bliss, all right, coming back after being away for
a year and a half.
A year and a half, having a kid during the pandemic, in which I saw she was during the pandemic. She stepped away after the whole thing with the Fiend and all this stuff, and Bray's death and all that stuff, and she found out that she was pregnant afterwards, and then she had her baby. So it was like a year and a half, 2 years that she was away. So, so I say 2023 is when the last time we saw Alexa Bliss.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Roxanne Perez, and then we got Bayley, and then we got the women's tag team champions, Bianca Belair and Naomi. In which I know for a fact, and I'm gonna put it this way, Bianca gonna turn on Naomi and eliminate her, so that she only focus on herself winning the Elimination Chamber and punching her ticket to WrestleMania.
Well, what gave that up? The little spot in the Royal Rumble?
I believe so. When she pushed away, Jordan Grace, after they hugged. You know what I'm saying? So it showed up what Bianca's doing. Because, mind you, her husband now, the Street Profits, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, you know, Street Profits are heel now, man.
Yeah.
Heel. When I say completely heel, they said, fuck us drinking red cups, a bedazzled cup with a white glove looking like he's trying to be Michael Jackson every time coming out. He stopped that bullshit and he wants to win a championship. But I do see Bianca turning on Naomi, and then Jade Cargill returning back at the Elimination Chamber to cost Belair the Elimination Chamber so she doesn't win. And then that creates a feud for WrestleMania, which is a dream match that we saw at the Royal Rumble. Mind you, I was there at Tropicana Field when Jade came out.
Oh, yeah, last year.
And I kid you not, and I have video of her coming out. And I was all the way by third base, by the foul pole, just geeking it out, bro. I saw, man, when I tell you, I saw everyone stand up for Jade, and both of them with a military press and then just dropping whoever they were carrying and them staring at each other and looking up and down. Oh, man.
Jade and Bianca?
Oh, brother.
So, is that a WrestleMania main event?
That is I'll say that's a mid-card level.
It's a mid-card main event. So good. I'm glad you said that. Because the original reason why I asked you to bring up why I brought up the women's elimination chamber is because we were arguing what matchup would be more effective, would be more intriguing than anything Charlotte Flair is about to do. You see, I played the long game. I got the long game. So whether it's Alexa who wins, whether it's
come on,
Liv,
yep. Spill it out, man. Spill it out.
I'm sorry. Charlotte Flair just has.
But let me
has it.
Let me tell you this though, right? You're saying Charlotte Flair just because she's a we don't call Flair, they were called Flair because obviously it's Richard Flair.
The real names. I'm calling Charlotte Flair because Charlotte Flair, in my opinion, is the best women's wrestler wrestling today.
Today though.
Her and Rhea, 1 and 1A. Her literally.
But
her and Rhea, 1 and 1A.
But when Charlotte wasn't even like on any show, who was holding it down though?
That's what I said.
Mommy herself, man.
That's what I said. 1 and 1A.
That's what I'm saying. You know?
So why? So this is what I'm saying. So for anybody, and I'm speaking like literally at the time when Charlotte wins this Royal Rumble, how is everybody not geeking out that we can get Charlotte and Rhea 3?
Because we don't want that. Because she's going after Tiffany.
No, I know. That's why I said when she won.
Yeah.
When she won, this is because it's the first thing I thought of. Let's get this rubber match. You know, they're both 1 and 1 at WrestleMania. Charlotte and Rhea Part 3. This is February 3rd when that Monday was, and when they had that promo in the ring, I said this is perfect. This is perfect. That Charlotte versus Tiffany. I mean, I get it, but
the problem is you gotta put it this way though. You gotta look at it in a standpoint. At that given time, Rhea was pulling up a promo, but at that given point, they knew for a fact that Charlotte wasn't going to pick Rhea. Because, put it this way, Rhea's stronger than Charlotte.
Stronger how?
Yeah, she's strong, man. You don't see her when she's lifting up in the gym.
Oh, you mean physical strength?
She's physically strong.
I'm not
mad at the athleticism with Rhea and how she works around the ring and taking bumps and all that. Charlotte don't do that.
The athleticism?
Yes.
Athleticism. People in the comments, please, you got to come to my defense and settle this debate. Strength. Okay, let's break this down to attributes. Strength. Rhea Ripley.
Yep.
Athleticism, you say Rhea Ripley.
Rhea.
This is ridiculous. I say Charlotte.
So that why? Because she could do moonsaults and all that shit.
The best moonsault elbow like ever.
Big boot.
She's a gymnast.
She's a gymnast. At time to time when she goes to the gym, all she's working on cardio, bruh.
Hey, listen.
Rhea goes in.
You need that.
Rhea goes in. Obviously, she married to Buddy Matthews. Shout out to Buddy. And then, what's it called? She goes to the gym. She lifts. She also does cardio. She does the whole full package. All right. Now, Rhea, on the other hand, is the modern day, as we call it, China. All right.
I understand that.
As we call her, the how do you say, 10th wonder of the world, as I call it, 10th. not ninth wonder of the world.
But that helps your point that I already conceded to, that Rhea is stronger. That's why he said strength.
That's what I'm saying.
Rhea.
And I will tell you this right now: if they come to a point for Rhea and Charlotte to face each other, I'm going with Rhea. I don't want Charlotte to be winning another championship match, bro.
Why?
She needs to hang it up.
Why?
She needs to hang it up.
Why?
It's just saying that I can't stand it, bro.
See, that's personal. we're making objective notes here.
Because the thing is, we're talking about Paul, aka Hunter, aka Triple H, aka Hall of Famer. We're talking about Triple H speaking to Rick about his daughter and what they should do. Because mind you, Rick has insight on what's going on backstage every time when there's a big pay-per-view. And he's always back there. And especially at times like this during the Royal Rumble, you're going to have all the legends appear out, man.
Listen.
Say it's a not so, man. Say it's a not so.
Rick is back there because he's trying to squeeze that one more match out of his 70-some old body.
Yeah, that time that he was out of breath and he couldn't even handle the match when he was trying to say, my very last match. Bro, I was looking at this. I was like, why the fuck am I watching this old man?
Ric Flair, you got one more in you.
No, he don't. Sit your old ass at home and watch it from afar.
Oracle Chris Ramirez, you wouldn't take that match against Rick?
Hell no, bro.
All right, hold on. Let's bring it home with this, right?
All right.
Okay, so predictions for this Saturday's Elimination Chamber.
All right.
Let me pull up the card. You're gonna play guest booker.
Oh my god.
All right. Hold on. 2025 Elimination Chamber. Thank you for completing that.
I already know who I'm picking to win.
You already know who you're picking to win.
Yep. And if we go on how he's up on the computer looking at what we're looking at for matches. Okay.
All right. So.
Forgot to mention Damian Priest, by the way. All right.
Look at you. You forgot about your own Puerto Rican hombre.
Yeah, he's over my head right now. That Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens spill. Then you gotta scrap that, man. We ain't
scrap that. No, hey,
scrap it.
Scrap that.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, on your commute home, I want you to go into this YouTube page here.
It's the stupidest
here,
promo.
and I want you to
that
listen to this.
That promo is the worst I've ever saw. And I'm going to tell you this right now, and I'm not knocking onto Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens as people. They are best friends in real life. They have a great bond and friendship, but when it comes to working in the WWE, to making a storyline, bro, we don't want the same fucking shit every time, Oos. And then the shit that pisses me off is how they bring it into the main roster when that shit happened all the way in NXT, man, when Sami won his NXT championship. Okay.
I mean, we can go further back into the ROH history.
Oh no, of course. But I'm just saying, as what we're looking at, this is not with Sami wearing that lucha mask, but
El Generico.
El Generico. But as looking at it in a standpoint, that match didn't need to happen at all, because guess what?
It moves the needle.
The whole fact of Kevin Owens wanting that match, bruh, after facing Cody, and Cody fucked him up on that ladder. You can be honest. Let's be honest. If he took that bump a long way, he would have broken his neck.
Which is true. But, and we're gonna get there. But this Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, this unsanctioned match,
I like it.
I want you to say it with me. It moves the needle.
It does it what for Kevin Owens getting a match with Roman Reigns?
Have they ever had a bad match?
What, at the Royal Rumble? No.
No. I'm talking about Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Can you name a bad match they had? You can't.
Not many.
Because it moves the needle.
Fuck that. We ain't doing that, bro. No, but I'm saying, like, if they do get match of the night, fine. But
so you know what? Let's work our way up.
Okay.
All right. So obviously we're talking about Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. You feel like it should be scrapped, but you're in the booker seat.
Okay.
All right. How would you book this? First, give me the philosophy of how would you book this?
It's an unsanctioned match. So what we talking about? Everything goes. No holds barred.
Yeah.
So everything's. You're getting ladders, you're getting chairs, you're getting tables, you're getting, steel steps and all this stuff. Honestly, I feel like I see Sami giving the hula kick to KO. KO comes back, gives Sami a stunner. It's a stalemate. Then after that, small package power driver from KO, and KO wins the match off of dirty play, and KO winning that unsanctioned.
There is no dirty play in an unsanctioned match.
Yeah, well, you know how it is. You can throw a low blow at any given point, bro. You can eye gouge, you can back rake, all that stuff.
I can pull out a pistol and shoot you. Bang! It's unsanctioned.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying I see Kevin Owens being dirty to win that matchup. If they do give the win to Sami, that's a surprise though. But I can go ahead and say Kevin Owens.
Okay, so we're gonna move. All right, so we're gonna move along to Tiffany Stratton and the lovely Trish Stratus. Thank you, Trish. Except I still remember you. We have a beautiful video on this channel with us featured ever so prominently. Thank you, Trish.
That's BBL Trish.
I ain't mad at that. Versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae.
All right, I see Stratton and Trish taking that one easily. And I could just see Candice LeRae turning on Nia and Nia coming back, and then they pick up some after the pay-per-view going towards WrestleMania.
So Nia and Candice
losing.
I mean, so you have them losing, but you also have a build up to a match at WrestleMania.
Correct.
As
a like a low down, low key like
night one or night two.
I say night one.
What has everybody got against night one? Night one typically to me is better.
Night one is like the suckiest of all cards that has been building an animosity. We already know that night two is gonna be Solo Sikoa versus the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. My own Big Oos, shout out to Big Oos. Much love, man. Yada I mean, all the time. I see that match being on night two before the main event. And I wouldn't say pre-main event, we ain't gonna do that. But I could say it builds up like probably the first or second card on night two before the main event hits that night.
Well, going back to even WrestleMania 39, which I thought, again, and I've said this on multiple videos on the channel, 10 toes down, night one was way better than night two. Go back and watch it. I'm just saying. All right, look, we got the.
Is it because of the Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley match?
No,
night one.
No, really. What sold it was the long term storytelling and booking of Sami Zayn and the Usos.
Yeah.
I loved that match. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens versus the Usos.
And they're still going with the storyline to this day.
That was one heck of a main event, and it deserved to end the show.
Shout out to everyone, especially the Honor.
Yeah, they did that one.
Yeah.
They did that one. Now how? Okay, so and we talked about it, and you tried to swerve away from it, but the women's elimination chamber match.
All right.
For women's world championship match at WrestleMania.
I'm gonna go with Roxanne Perez.
Really?
The only reason why is because she got called up to the main roster. So you know how WWE playing their cards, right, man? They go ahead. All right, we see Roxanne being a main eventer one day, carrying the company on their back within the women's division. She proved herself.
How tall is she?
She's probably like 5'10".
No, I said I don't know why I said 5'10". Yeah, 5'1", right?
5'1".
So like aesthetically, this is what I'm saying. Like it's. Like her against Rhea?
I mean, it could possibly happen, man.
It's like David versus Goliath.
That's it. You never know. This is the reason why they're creating that matchup. Because if Bayley tries to get a shot, which she ain't gonna get it, I can see Alexa Bliss being and her the final two in the chamber. So you're knocking out Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan already won the Women's World Championship. Bianca Belair is already a former world champion. She's a tag team champion.
So they don't have to win. They can
lose.
Bayley,
so then that's what I'm saying. And then Naomi, shout out to Trent, she ain't going to win it because she's going to get cost the match anyways by Bianca. So it's going to be Roxanne and Alexa Bliss.
See, where's Natty Neidhart in here when you need it? All right, so let's see. So and then, here we go. The men's elimination chamber match for an undisputed, the only belt that counts, in my opinion. Like I said, I love a big fan of Gunther, but as I called his belt,
it's Gunther.
with the underling belt. I'm sorry. No disrespect.
Underling?
The underling belt. There's only one undisputed champion. That's the lineal. The man that beat the man that beat the man. The lineal. That's all we care about. The undisputed. That's the real champ. All right, so out of all these, John Cena, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, my boy, Damian Priest, and Seth freaking Rollins, who is wrestling Cody?
All right, so here's how it's going to plan out, though. All right, so we're going to have a showdown between John Cena and CM Punk. That's number one. Number two, we're going to see a 4-man stare down. And that's going to be main event. The pre-main event is the women's elimination chamber. We're going to do that.
Okay.
But the actual main event is going to be the men's. And I'm going to see John Cena, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, and Seth Rollins all staring each other down in the ring.
So what's Logan and Damian going to be doing?
Damian going to be out.
In the pod?
And Paul going to be out.
He's going to be in the pod?
They're going to get eliminated. Cena hitting 2 AAs on both of them. And then you got CM Punk and John Cena, mind you, like I told you before in the last podcast that you had me on there distantly. Remember I told you CM Punk and John Cena are going to match up. Because mind you, they're almost fairly the same age. Almost fairly. Almost. I wouldn't say exact. But almost fairly the same age. CM Punk, old as shit. Got gray hairs. Look at John Cena. Got a big ass ball spot in the back of his head.
So you got one Bill Phil versus John Cena.
Yep.
Win.
And then Seth Rollins trying to cost CM Punk the Elimination Chamber win. And I wouldn't be surprised. Because remember, he still got Paul Heyman's contact. That one favor. And that one favor, if he loses, he can still insert himself into a championship match.
How?
You think that he didn't help Roman Reigns and the Bloodline try to win that match against the old Bloodline? The new Bloodline?
But how does that get him into a championship match?
Because it's a favor. And what does Paul Heyman do, and how he works backstage with Paul Levesque? You know, all these board of directors be having these talks where all these people like, who we pushing today? Who we doing this? Who we gonna make sure that we give them the spotlight if they know how to work? Obviously, you got to put it this way. He did a favor for Paul. That favor was fulfilled at Survivor Series and War Games. So now you're looking at CM Punk getting a favor for Paul Heyman to be inserted in an Undisputed Championship match at WrestleMania and becoming a triple threat.
No.
Not a one-on-one. And then now you got Cody with Dwayne Johnson, the final boss.
He wants your soul.
He wants his soul.
He wants a Shang Tsung. I didn't know what the hell you talking about.
He was like, I don't want that. I want your soul. And I'm like, I'm looking at this shit and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Hey, listen, I was ready to press start and fight at the pit.
I'm like this. I'm like, oh, soul, like Soul Man Rocky Johnson, your dad. You gonna try to take his name?
He wants the soul.
Like, you want his soul? I bet. So what I think is gonna happen is at Elimination Chamber, The Rock might challenge Cody Rhodes to a match. And if Cody Rhodes wins and retains his championship at WrestleMania 41, which is where? Las Vegas, the city of sins, in a city that never sleeps, just like New York City, which SummerSlam is going to be in MetLife Stadium.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yep. This year. And I'm going to that. I got a bunch of friends that are gonna be and going, so we already planned our whole little spiel and all this stuff. So I'm trying to get my shit ready.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. I got a feeling that the person that might win that Elimination Chamber, I'm gonna have to double down and I'm gonna say John Cena.
John Cena. Now, I'm gonna end with this. You made a lot of arguments and a lot of compelling arguments, I'd rather say, with your own very special logic behind them.
All right.
And I get it. It's all a subjective opinion. But one thing that I'm praying that'll happen is that most of your predictions are wrong.
Okay.
Because when they're wrong...
But if they go right, though.
But we're talking about if they go wrong, you know you're never going to hear the end of it.
No, I'm not going to hear it. I ain't going to hear it. But I'm telling you what's going to happen this Saturday, though.
Gang, you all heard him. So you let us know in the comment section of this whole spiel we had. We went on long tangents. We talked about a lot of stuff. You tell us in the comment section, who do you agree with? What arguments do you have against our stances on the many things we discussed? And even pop in here after Elimination Chamber and tell us how well Oracle Chris did. All right, gang. Well, my boy, the Oracle Chris, Donnie Wonderful, signing off.